Rising up, back on the streets. Did my time, took my chances. With the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a man and his will to survive. So many times it happens too fast. We've changed your passion for glory. We're just on the dreams of the past. We just fight just to keep them alive. It's the eye of the tiger. It's the cream of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our rivals. What's up, Pablito?
Hello.
Welcome to the greatest machine, my man. How you doing today?
Good.
Guys, welcome to the greatest machine. I'm your host, Darius Mirshahzadeh, and boy, do we have an extra special holiday weekend guest for you, the one, the only, Pablo Mirshahzadeh. Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Guys, for those of you that are new to the greatest machine, you know that we're about two things. People are living their passions, and those who are creating greatness in the world. And my main brother here, my son, Pablo Mirshahzadeh, is both living his passions and creating massive amounts of greatness in the world. So, Pablito, do you mind if I give a little bit of background about how we know one another?
Sure.
Yeah, so Pablito's my son. Pablo's his name, Pablo Mirshahzadeh. He was born July 31st, 2013. He's going to be 8 years old in just a few short weeks. And so I'm the lucky person that gets to be his dad. And so Pablo is an amazing person. He loves so much stuff. Do you mind if I give your official bio, Pablito?
Sure.
So Pablo is a rising second grader. He's going to be in second grade this year. He's going to be attending Highland Park Elementary. In his spare time, he enjoys Beyblades, watching anime with his brother Rumi. He likes to wrestle with his dog Desi. Desi's also one of his best friends. He loves to give tons of hugs to people. We call them Huggles in our family. He likes to eat pizza. His favorite food is a hamburger. We're going to be talking about hamburgers on the show today. And he enjoys swimming, playing sports like soccer and basketball. And he recently actually won a trophy. And he has a talent for dancing. We may actually have you show us a little bit of your breakdancing.
It hurts sometimes. I can skin my knees.
Oh, man, but you do it with all your heart, and that's all that matters.
And I downloaded 2 anime games on my iPad today.
Boom! Boom! Pablo, when he grows up, he wants to be a YouTuber, and, man, I can't wait to...
I am making my YouTube channel. It's in the process.
So, Pablo, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Well, I'm making my YouTube channel, like I just said.
Oh, what's your YouTube channel all about?
Like Minecraft, The Sims, Pokemon...
Yeah.
Fashion games and stuff.
How long have you been into that stuff for?
Like for 2 to 1 year.
Yeah. And so let me ask you a question. I mean, this is your first time on the Greatness Machine. Is this your first time on a show?
Yes. I tried to make my YouTube channel, but with Minecraft, it did not let me place a single block, and it was really frustrating.
Hey, man, you got to start somewhere. So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So we played the song "Eye of the Tiger." What do you think about that song?
I like it.
Yeah, is that your favorite? Now you guys don't know this in the audience, but this is our favorite song. It's our number 3 family core value, "Eye of the Tiger," and it stands for passion. So how often do you live the core value of "Eye of the Tiger," Pablito?
Like when I play violin.
That's right. You're a violin player. We'll be talking about that a little bit later in the show. So let me ask you a question. How old are you now?
Technically 7.5, almost 8.
I would say you're 7 11/12. You're almost. And he's learning division and fractions right now, so he knows what I'm talking about. So
I just learned how to do fractions.
Yeah, Pablo crushes math. So is math your favorite subject, Pablito?
Yes.
And let me ask you a question now. So you're on the Greatness Machine. What do you think is the greatness that you plan on bringing into the world when you grow up?
I want to encourage people.
You want to encourage people? Like, what type of encouragement do you want to give them?
Like when I make my YouTube channel, I want to make every time at the end, I want to make like an encouraging speech. much.
Oh, like a word of an encouragement. Words of encouragement. So you want to inspire people, it sounds like. Is that true?
Yeah.
So let's see now. You're 7 years old, you're almost 8, you're growing up, you're gonna be a big kid soon. What do you think? Like, what do you think's in store for you right now? You're coming into second grade. The world's your oyster. What are your goals for second grade this year?
I don't really know.
Oh, come on! You got to set one goal. What's your one big goal for the year?
I want to see if I like science or not.
Oh, you want to see if you like science? Okay. I could get behind that.
And I'm not going to be this year. I'm not really going to be into math as much since I already know times.
Oh, you listen. You can never know too much math. I'm telling you, this kid crushes math. So what is it? Why do you like math so much? What is it about math that gets you going?
It just clicks with me.
Yeah, your brain just goes boom, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. If you had one wish in the whole world, what would your wish be?
One
wish.
Get GameStop.
Oh, wait, you want to own the stock GameStop or you want to own the company GameStop?
Both.
Oh, who told you about owning stock and owning companies?
You.
Oh, yeah, I was waiting for that. So, you are a child of an entrepreneur when you want to own GameStop and you're 7 years old. I love it. So tell the audience right now, the kids, you guys just started getting allowance and you guys are going to start investing. Why don't you talk a little bit about the investing you want to do?
I don't think we should do GameStop right now, though, since I'm thinking of doing Tomy or Nintendo.
Oh, okay, so he's thinking about buying some Nintendo stock. So let me ask you a question. Right now, we're in the middle of summer. We're getting ready to go on to summer vacation. We're going to Montana.
It's today at 7:50 p.m.
And boom, right back at you. Pablito dropping knowledge on his dad. We're leaving at 7:50 to go visit our friends up in Montana. Why don't you talk?
10 days.
10. Oh, hey, no bragging, okay? So you're going to Montana. You're going to go swim in the lakes. What's the one thing you're looking forward to do in Montana?
I want to go jet skiing by myself.
Oh my gosh, you want to go jet skiing by yourself? I can't wait to see you do that. Why do you want to go jet skiing by yourself?
Since I want to ride on the river.
Okay, cool. So Pablito's going to go jet skiing by himself. And look, you're coming up on 10 years old. What do you think the one thing you're going to do when you're 10 years old that you haven't yet done at 8 years old? What's the one thing you plan on doing?
Come
on, go for it. Go for the big goal.
Anything? Okay.
Oh, anything. You do anything you want by the time you're 10.
I want to get a limited edition Beyblade.
Oh, so Pablo's into Beyblades, Pokemon, all that sort of
Bakugan. And an limited edition Bakugan.
So for those
and a shiny Pokemon card.
So for people in our audience, you probably have heard of Pokemon. You may have heard of Beyblade. You probably don't know what Bakugan is. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Bakugan?
Beyblade is an anime.
Okay. And what's Bakugan?
It's like these mechanic balls, and this is how the game works. So there's these pads, and they have magnets in it. And when you roll the ball, it becomes a creature. And they just added Bakugan armor.
Wow. So you're gonna do the Bakugan. I want to hear a little bit more. Like, Pablo, what's your favorite food in the whole wide world? You only get one food. Which one are you gonna pick?
Hamburgers.
Hamburgers, even over pizza?
Oh, I love pizza, but I like hamburgers more.
Wait, so you only get to eat one thing for the rest of your life. What is it?
Hamburgers.
And how do you like your hamburgers? I mean, I know this, but our audience doesn't.
I like two types of hamburgers. Deep fried chicken hamburger.
Okay.
With ketchup and mustard, and the plain old hamburger.
Just run of the mill, same ham. Oh, and we got Amber chiming in here. Thanks,
Amber. You could have fries with Technically, you could have fries and anything from. Wait, I have a question for you.
Oh yeah, go for it.
If you could only stay If you could stay in a restaurant for 2 days, what would it be?
Which restaurant? Okay, I could only stay at one restaurant for 2, and I have to stay there. Am I sleeping there in a sleeping bag? So I have to go to a restaurant. I'm sleeping there in a sleeping bag, and I get to eat whatever I want for 2 days.
It's free.
I would go to a really fancy buffet in Las Vegas because they'd have all sorts of foods.
I would go to that Japanese place, that Japanese hotel that we went to.
Oh, boom. Pablito dropping some knowledge here. He got to eat in this there was this fancy hotel we stayed at in Tokyo that had, they had like literally the best food ever. So
I love their miso soup and the rice. They blown me away.
Oh, man. I trained you so well. So, Pablito, why don't we let's move on to a new subject now. So you're going into 2nd grade. You're playing some sports. What's your favorite sport that you play?
Basketball.
Yeah, and who's your favorite coach?
You and Joel.
Oh, there you go. I set that one up. Joel, if you're listening, Pablo gave you props right now. So I want to move on to something bigger, Pokemon. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, this is really popular with the kids today. They play this game called Pokemon Go, and Pablito loves him some Pokemon Go, right? Don't you, Pablito?
Shout out to Jordan Fox for helping us get super overpowered Pokemon.
There's a thing called a shiny Pokemon. Do you mind telling the audience about that?
Shiny Pokemon are real Pokemon that are different colors.
Okay, and what do they do?
Nothing, but they're real and really cool.
And so, if you can you describe they don't do anything, but they're really cool? What does that even mean?
I don't know. Well, they're just shiny. They look different.
Okay, so they're special. They're a little more special.
Like Charmander, he's red.
Okay, instead of what? Instead of what?
Like I know, Eevee is gray in her shiny form. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah.
So let me ask you a question, Pablo. You have a couple more weeks left in summer. School starts in about 7 weeks. So you're in the heat of summer, in the middle of summer. What's the biggest thing you want to do this summer? What's your goal, the greatest thing you could accomplish this summer? That would make you have the best summer ever. You had one goal.
Go to a huge water park.
Oh, now for those of you guys that don't know, we live in Austin, Texas, and there's a place called Schlitterbahn here. I'm going to tell you something right now, Pablo. Guess what?
What?
You just won a trip to Schlitterbahn this summer. We're going to go.
Yes.
Yep, we're going to go. We're going to go. We're going to make your dream come true. Everyone wins on the greatness machine. So we're going to go to Schlitterbahn, and we're going to report back to the audience what it's like. Why do you want to go to a water park so badly?
I just want to have some time to cool off. This is what I wanted. I wanted a pool, but with slides.
Okay.
And it has food, and that's what a water park is.
Yeah, you know what? We're going to go on the lazy river. We're going to go down some big, steep slides. It's going to be crazy. I've never even been before, but I heard it's the biggest water park ever. How's that sound?
I have not went to a water park. Well, besides, I went to a water park, but not like a big one with slides.
Yeah, we're just going to have to make it happen. How do you feel about that?
Amazing.
Yep, let's do it. So let me move on. So Pablo, you're growing up, in about 10 years from now, you're going to be 17, going on 18 years old. You're going to be going into your senior year of high school. After that, you're going to graduate, maybe go to college. What do you think you want to be when you grow up?
YouTuber or someone who has a business.
Okay. So you're thinking entrepreneur, maybe YouTuber, maybe both.
Hmm?
And your YouTuber, what's that show going to be about?
It's going to be like about video games.
Okay.
I'm going to make a few other channels with it, since you can make more channels, like an animation channel, a core value channel.
Okay. What else? What else do you think? A core value channel. Whoa! Did we just pull a total hard left under the core values? I can't believe you just went there. Were you reading my mind? I was going to ask you that next. So let me ask you a question. What do you like so much about the core values?
I just like my 2 favorite values are pesos and heart.
So why don't you tell the audience what that means? Heart. What's
love.
heart about? Love is pesos. That's our family's number 2 core value. And heart.
I forget what. I know it's something about love.
Happiness. It's happiness.
Yeah.
So you're going to do a core value channel, follow in your old man's footsteps.
And an animation channel and a real life channel.
And so let's talk about your core values. So your two favorite family core values are heart, which is happiness, and besos, which is love. Why do you like those so much?
I just like the feeling of love. That's it.
What is it? What's your favorite what's your favorite part about the feeling of love?
I don't know.
So Pablo and I do this thing where Pablo runs as fast as he can, and he gives me a jumping hug. What do we call those, Pablo?
Huggle attack.
Huggle attack. He gives me a huggle attack and full-blown huggle attack, heart-to-heart huggles. It's like the best thing ever. And I tell Pablo that he's the all-time world champion at heart-to-heart huggles. And so why do you like giving him so much? Like, just like, is it
I just like the feeling of a hug.
Yeah, man. Aren't they the best?
Yes.
Yeah. And so let me ask you a question going back to the core values. What do you think, like, when you grow up, what do you think your number one core value is going to be?
I have the tiger and heart.
I have the tiger, which is passion, and heart. That's our family core value for happiness. Man, I'm so proud to hear that. And I'm so excited for you to have all your YouTube channels, especially the core value channel. That makes my heart really warm to hear you say that. And by the way, everybody, that was not planned. That came out of left field. Pablito just threw his old man a curveball. So let me ask you a question. What's the number one thing that you like best about me being your dad?
You let us stay up late.
Oh! I let you stay up late because it's summertime. All right. And what's the number one thing that
You also let us stay up late when it's not summer, like at 9.
You know, man, I'm just a good dad like that.
Yeah.
And what's the number one thing that you're like, man, I wish my dad was better at this?
I don't know.
Oh, that's the best answer ever. So am I just good at everything?
You're good at a lot of things, but you're not good at everything.
So what's something I could be better at?
You're not being late to things. Like the other night.
When was I late?
When Rumi and me were having emotional things, and you were like 10 minutes late.
True. You know what? You know what the saying for that is, though, don't you?
What?
Better late than never.
Yeah.
Oh man, Pablito, we're about here getting towards the end of the show. I just want to ask you 3 questions. You can answer them however you want. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your number one favorite animal?
Fox.
What if you could have 3 wishes in the world? What would the 3 wishes be?
Have an endless vault.
A what? An English vault?
No, an endless vault.
Endless vaults of money. Okay.
Yeah. I can. Desi becomes this. Desi can hug.
That our dog can hug. I think he can hug already. All right. So Desi hugging.
But just hug like a real hug.
A real hug with like joints and grabbing on. Okay, so Desi knows how to hug. Endless vaults of money. And your third and final wish?
I get a drone.
And he gets a drone. All right, guys, you heard it here first. Drone, our dog can hug, endless vault of money. And last but not least, Pablito, what's one message you want to send to the world? If you could send any message for the whole world to know, what would that message be?
Have love for your family.
Say that again.
Have love for your family.
Have love for your family. You guys, what a treat to have Pablo Mirshahzadeh on the show for the first time. I can't wait to have you on again, Pablo. You've been an amazing guest. Can you let us know where we can find you? Like where can people connect with you?
On my computer. I'm guessing.
Guys, if you want to connect with Pablito, feel free to email myself, Darius, @TheRealDarius. I'll forward you. I don't want to give out his email in public, even though
I don't even have a phone.
And you're not going to get one anytime soon.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, such a pleasure. So much gratitude having you on the show, Pablito. I can't wait to have you on again. With that said, guys, we're going to get you out of here. We're going on family vacation, so I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Pablo, tell the audience, peace out, yo.
Peace out, yo.
Peace out. See you guys. Bye, everybody.